everyone, it's Velocity here, CEO of our Run Philly nonprofit and Why So Delicious. I'm the next co-host on the Dream Podcast.
What's up, what's up? Welcome back to The Dream. It's your boy Sim, and I got a special guest here today. You want to introduce yourself? Velocity. All right, so before we even get into the episode, you know what I mean? I'm big on the mental. All right, so we're going to do a mental check first. All right, cool. And I want you to be honest with this question, because, you know, I ask people this question, and I feel like they be like trying to like shove away from it, all right?
All right, cool.
So how we feeling mentally today?
Mentally, I'm okay. I guess every day is a fight. I deal with a lot of things that I'm not used to. Okay. And I'm in this space right now in life where I don't have too many people I could talk to and reach out about those things because I'm the only person doing it.
Right, I feel you.
So it get kind of mentally draining sometimes.
I feel you. So like, you don't feel like you don't have outlet to go vent your problems and stuff, like basically like.
Yeah.
I'm asking like I guess I can relate a little bit. So I kind of understand, but I don't completely understand you. But it's like how we getting over it? Cause you said like it's a fight every day. So like how we dealing with that fight? I know you winning. Clearly,
I guess I got used to the fact of understanding that I can't really cry and complain. Like when I first started, I used to try to get everybody to pay attention to me and get to know who I was and actually what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. Now my plate full, I can't really cry about it.
Right.
So I just deal with things as they come, day at a time.
Yeah, no shit. Day at a time. That's all. I'm gonna ask you a question though, because you know we men.
Yep.
And like a lot of men like they don't like feel their emotions. I am the type that I'm gonna feel my emotions.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
sure.
Like, I'm gonna feel my emotions. Like, would you say like do you like take that moment like to like really go like let them emotions out, or like do you bottle it up and like will like explode? Because I know how it can be. You know what I mean? Like when you like bottle like all this, like you know. Yeah. You really like you want to explode, like you trying to stay so strong, you know what I mean? But like, cause you know that's how we do as men. Like, do you really go take the time to feel those emotions and let that shit out?
To be all the way honest, and I love doing it.
Right.
Boxing helped me with that. You
Check
know
my
what I mean?
boy out. Stop
you feel me? It get to a point where I used to bottle everything up. I used to go crazy. I used to go around the city, do whatever I want. But once I started boxing, it was like the gym became that for me.
Yeah.
Sparring days became that for me. Going to just releasing, hitting the bag, and even boxing in general, it taught me a lot of things all in one. Like I used to even be the type of person where every question that you just asked me, I would still shy away from it and not answer. But boxing taught me how it is to be in front of 1,000 people, take a loss, still get up and fight. So it made my courage go to the roof a little differently. So it's kind of like, it's just life. It's the fight in life. It taught me that you're going to lose. You're going to win. Right. Everyone going to see it.
That's fire. Nah, real shit. So, like, with, like, all that, like, with the fighting, well, I would say, let me take it back a little bit. Like, I would say, like, what you do right now, like, boxing, I would say, like, that's, like, therapy.
Yeah,
it's like therapy for you.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like to release all that anger out and stuff like that. But how long you been boxing
for? I've been boxing on and off since maybe like 13 or 14.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, I never took it that serious because it was like.
So when you start taking it like serious?
I say lying. 2 years ago when Gillian Wallow called me.
Oh, okay. So wait, so you went on a joint?
My first fight was Gillian Wallow.
Yo, I think I did see that. Maybe absolutely right. Wait, I gotta post that clip right here. I gotta post that clip right here for y'all. Yeah. But wait, so like, that was like 2 years ago, right? Yeah. They started at what,
2023, right? The end of 2023.
You won that joint?
Yeah, for sure.
So like, how was that for you? How was the experience?
Bro, it was. Like, it's a whole story behind that whole thing, bro. Like, it was.
Like, did y'all really have beef?
It was God. It was testimony. No,
you really had no beef.
You know, it was just.
After that's how Gillian Wallow fights.
No, the second joint was though. Me and TJ really not beefing. TJ, you still gotta come see me and check in with me. You know what I'm saying? But that was the second fight. They called me again for the second joint. I was like one of the only ones mainly to come back to defend a belt.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he called me out. And it's so crazy because his dad used to be my trainer when I first started fighting, and I ended up going to another gym, but he a Hall of Famer, Terrence K.O. Lewis, and I was going to fight his son, you know what I mean? And that was the night, it was the same place, Delaware, Chase Field House, and Gilly ended up shutting down the venue because people who supposedly was shooting and going through it with the cops, and then eventually found out that's really wasn't what going on. A lot of people ended up leaving, and he still had the fights. But when he told everybody to leave, I ended up still making my way back to Philly because I thought everybody was leaving.
Right.
You know what I mean? And no, people still. So I ain't had the chance to present in that fight, but still love and shout out to Gillian because, like I said, that was my first fight, December in the 2023. Since then, I became 10-0. It kept me. It got me right in motion, and that would have been my 11th fight that night.
Oh, okay.
But it started from Gillian Wallow.
Wow! Shout out to Gillian Wallow. He put you right back in motion. That's lit as fuck. All right, so when you got back in like the gym, like you go to the gym, I heard.
Yeah.
All right, so
365.
Oh, I know what that's at.
Fifth and Burks.
Yeah, okay, I know what that's at. All right, cool. I was thinking, I thought that was like, so that's a boxing gym?
Yeah, for
sure. I thought that was like
it's a boxing gym. It's a boxing gym on the second floor.
I seen
that.
And
on the first floor is weight room and stuff like that.
Just for boxing, right?
No, you can just. That's why I said they got a weight room downstairs.
Yeah, I seen that gym.
I mean, you could lift weights, you could run, do your little thing.
All right, cool. So I guess I can get into my next 3 questions because I feel like I'm a little all over the place. So the top 3 questions, because you know we on the dream.
Yeah.
So my top 3 questions is like, where you from?
Okay.
What's your dream? How you chasing it? So first we're gonna start off like, first we know you from Philly, but like, what part of Philly you from?
I was born and raised in Feltonville.
Okay.
Rising Sun of Wyoming.
Oh, right.
Then my mom and them found the house on the other side of the boulevard, down Albany.
Okay, so you over there now? Like you resident in like right now?
Yeah, for sure. Always uptown.
Right.
I mean, I'm an uptown guy.
It's like I bring everybody from uptown or north with this motherfucker. Yep, but all right, cool. I'm actually from north too.
I'm from Ann Wellens. I got a tattoo on my hand. From Ann Wellens originally.
Gotcha. But all right, so we know where he's from and shit like that. So like, let's talk about the dream. So like, what's the dream? Is the dream always to like fight? Well, of course, if you say you was thinking about it as a kid, but like, what's the dream like now as an adult? Like, what you chasing right now?
It's kind of crazy. I don't mean to shy away from that question, but I gotta get into it because I was gonna say it. But my dream was to fight, but it's so crazy because everything that I got going on with everything you see that I have going on with philanthropist work and stuff like that. It's like I be having conversations with God and he like that was your gateway in. But now I need you to help people and heal people, not hurt people.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's like, what pushed me more into the philanthropist work. So needless to say, the answer to your question is the dream is to deliver a message and heal and try to steer in the right direction as many people as I can every time I'm out here.
That was deep. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because like your dream is to fight, right?
Right.
So like, right now, because I know that of course you fighting right now and shit like that. So like, you just doing it like as a hobby right now, like you just doing it for fun. Like,
it's something that I love to do. Yeah, man. It's no disrespect. I usually don't do this on podcasts, but I'm not gonna take it that serious only because my age right now.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I don't know how old you think I am, but I'm 35. I'll be 36
all right,
this year.
But you don't even look 35.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. I look young.
All right, so
yeah,
cool.
Man,
so you don't want to be fighting at this age.
Oh no, right? That's why I got restaurants. That's why I got food trucks. That's why I'm doing everything else because it's not always going to be around. They got younger people. Yeah. They got,
No, I feel you. No, absolutely. I feel you. You guys feel But all right, so we know the dream, right? So like, how we chasing this dream?
Every day. I'm out here. I'm meeting with young black entrepreneurs like yourself. I'm going to schools, elementary to high school, talking to the kids. I'm going to these homeless shelters, giving them the message to reset and take these little times. Don't be too hard on yourself, but get back in motion. I mean, this is your time to sit down and think and stuff like that. They probably don't say it. You probably never heard nobody say it, but when people used to be in jail and I used to be locked up with them, they used to be like, dang, man, God saved me and sat me down right here. It could have been death or it could have been some other stuff. You know what I mean? So just delivering the message and just making sure people is trying to be the best version of themselves.
Exactly. And if you're watching this right here, he definitely be having he be having that stuff. You know what I mean? So go check him out. I'm gonna leave his name right at the bottom of the screen. Go check him out. But I heard you talk about God a lot.
Yep.
Love it. You know what I mean? I love that. But like, all right, so and earlier you mentioned that that you had a conversation with God.
Yep.
I be having conversations with God too. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So I wanted to like can you elaborate on like that conversation with God? Like what made you Yeah, just elaborate on that conversation with God, like for you to like snap.
All right, so it's so crazy because me being from Philadelphia, like I was raised Christian.
Okay.
My grandmother and grandfather, like I watched them start a church from the living room, like literally, like setting up chairs in the morning, sweep. Like I seen it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they introduced a relationship with me, God, and Jesus. Eventually in my life, I ended up turning Muslim. Right now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm in the spiritual warfare. You know what I mean? Because as long as I've been out here and so much knowledge that I been getting now, I'm leaning more towards being spiritual more than anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? And usually when I talk to God, I just try to tell him, you know, I'm grateful and I'm thankful in places that I'm trying to go. And don't just stop there. When I get to the places, I also ask him to bless me with the knowledge, the patience, and the understanding to even take care of these things that I even asked him for. And yeah, that's basically what my conversations be about. But lately, like I said, I've been kind of in a spiritual warfare about that because I don't know exactly who I'm praying to.
Right. I feel what you're saying.
Yeah, man.
I got you. No, I understand you. It's so funny that you say that because you know, everybody's different. I'm Muslim. I actually grew up Muslim, so like when I'm talking, I'm gonna be talking a lot and stuff like that. But I actually understand your point of view too. You know what I mean? I actually have a few friends like that, so it makes a whole lot of sense to me. And I feel like as you said that you grew up Christian. You know what I mean? You had to like go in the world yourself to figure your own shit out. You know what I mean? Like they just gonna put that on you. You know what I mean? But I thought that about my situation too. I actually think like I was like born Muslim and stuff like that, so it's like really like within me. You know what I mean? Like that's really all I know. So like I guess that's why I like take on with that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure, for
so
sure.
I think that's why I like
for sure. Because the same thing kind of happened with me. Like I ain't one of them people where they be like, oh, he went to jail and turned Muslim. But it was like most of my friends that I had in disciplinary schools and most of my close friends that I had that I loved to death, it was all Muslim. So the more I was around them, I had the understanding of how they were, what they did, how they carried themselves. Like I became inspired by that. Not saying the Christians wasn't doing the same thing, but it's different. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could go some places in the city with some Muslims like, bro, extra strict, like this is crazy. And you could go to some Christian churches where you're like, bro, really, bro?
Bro, shit.
You know what I'm saying?
But like the crazy part is like I am a Muslim, but I see the Christian side too, so I know what you talk about. I know how they can be like, even like with the, cause like growing up, like my dad, he was quote unquote like real strict about it. Now I'm like, Dad, you ain't strict no more, nigga. Like he like more like. But no, I get what you're saying though, like, cause growing up and stuff like that, we had to go to the mansion. Like he made us sit there, you know what I mean, like to learn our stuff and like that, like. And all that, but nowadays I feel like, you know what I mean? It's
bro,
like,
I was in church shut-ins. Like we was locked in the church for like 3 days.
I mean, I guess it was all good for us as we grew up. You know what I mean? We learned. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a great thing for me.
We learned. We needed to learn.
That's why I say right now. I know we had the conversation off of this. You know what I mean, about me changing my life around.
Yeah.
It was for those reasons right there. Those things that we talk about that gave me the conscience to know right from wrong, good from bad. I wasn't taking them extra steps like everybody else was taking in my life because it's like I had my grandmama, I had my grandpa, I had my dad, I had my mom. So it was like I never had to jump all the way off the rear, and I had people that cared about me and loved me.
Right. No, real shit though. I see what you're saying though. But I feel like freaking it's like, well, you got kids, right?
Yeah.
So like what you teaching kids right now?
I basically teach my kids just to be just responsible and try not to really be shy, be the best version of themselves. Like me, the reason why my personality how it is, and you could look at Velocity and be like, "Dang, he box, he rap, he a philanthropist, he do politics, he do this, he do that."
And they looking up to all that.
I had drama class when I was young, and I had a lady named Miss Stephanie that was my teacher at Centuries Middle School on B in Wyoming, and like I had drama class in 5th grade. So like I don't know if you know what drama class is, but we was doing Shakespeare. We was like pitting each other on spotlight. So my person, I wasn't shy. Like I was one of them boys that was like I could sing and rap in front of 30,000 people at like 9, 10. You know what I mean? So it taught me to be who I am. So that's what I try to install in my kids. Like, don't be shy. Be the best version of yourself. Like, God made you specifically the way you are.
And it's not another you out there.
It's not another you.
Take
like,
advantage of that. I was just telling my sister that last night. I was literally just having that conversation with my sister last night. But I love, like, you know, that because a lot of parents not there. You know what I mean? Like how you are there. You there emotionally. You there. You know. In our community, you know what I mean? But like, we ain't gonna talk about it. But I love that because cause growing up, we need that. You know what I mean? We don't just need like all the materialistic things and all that. Like that come and go. Like you need that love, and you need to like install it from your parents. But like what I about to say after that? So I'm had to crop this out because I had brain fart. Oh yeah, so we know my boy. He do multiple things. The TV, I'm gonna show y'all. It cut out on us, but I'm gonna show y'all like a little glimpse of like because he boxes stuff like that. But I don't want to like really talk too much about that because we doing bigger things out here. My boy he got businesses and stuff like that. So let's talk more about your business.
All right, so right now I have I Run Philly. I Run Philly is a nonprofit. That's the umbrella. I had I Run Philly since 2015. It all started from an idea. I used to sell drugs, like I mean, like crazy. Like I was one of the.
But my boy, he turned his life around.
I was one of the first people in my age bracket. You know what I mean, down Kensington. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, I feel like I contributed to the downfall of that community.
Like what you mean?
I was feeding them. I was the person that was serving the. I might have been the reason why your house was getting robbed. I might have been the reason why. You stepping over people while you walking your kids to school, stuff like that. So eventually, I just came up with this concept of cleaning up. So what I would do was get me and certain friends. We would start cleaning the blocks and go around to every block and clean. And then we started feeding the less fortunate and stuff like that. So that's where the idea came from. And then as time progressed, I started meeting a lot of politicians and city people, and they helped me turn my idea that I had into an actual nonprofit. So that's the umbrella right there, I Run Philly. And now it got so big on me feeding people, I actually about to open up a restaurant, which is Why So Delicious. You know what I mean? And that'll be coming soon in the next couple of weeks. I'm just waiting for the Department of Philadelphia to come down the city to give me my inspection, and everything should be green lighted after that. You know what I mean? I got my DoorDash tablet, my Uber, my Grubhub, my kiosk machine for y'all, the ATM coming in the next couple of days. Come spend money with your boy, black owned businesses, and that's what we're gonna be doing, giving back to the city. Like I already know in my mind I'm gonna pay for a couple college students to do things, a couple high school people to do things, just put my community in a better financial position.
I love that, bro. He just said something. Did y'all hear what my boy said? He just said some deep shit. First of all, like I love the fact that you felt like you was taken away from your city.
Yeah, I was.
That's what basically he said. Like you was taken away from your city, and I love how now you feel like it's time to give back.
Yeah,
sure. Just giving back, and that's what God. That's what basically like what God told you, right? Like when you had that conversation. And I feel like that's so fire because we need to like give back in our city. Like our city. I mean, I'm not gonna like talk bad on our city, but I feel like we do need more people like to like stand up.
Yeah, we need more leaders.
We need a whole lot of more leaders because everybody love to follow each other out here. Like I swear to God, and I say this shit all the time because like motherfuckers always got something to say. But what are you going to do about it? Like, stand up.
Yeah, it's so funny that you said that because shout out to Motivate Youth 215.
Shout out.
He, the big homie, and he called me a couple weeks ago. He had this idea that he was putting on Instagram, and I actually went down there to go see him, and we started on 52nd and Market, and we rode the L, and we rode the train, and all we did was talk and walked all downtown, and all we did was talk to every youth that we seen. Any young boy that was on the train, we was right at him.
Wait, y'all just like having like
just random conversation with you. How you doing? You know, this who we are. This what we have going on. We trying to help y'all. These are some resources that we have for you guys. You could reach us here. You know what I mean? And That was just
at least?
what we stopped like 50 kids. Most of them was interested because that's why we had them back in the day. Big Brother programs, Boys and Girls Club. Like it's important who you look up to and the figures that y'all seeing right now. All we seeing is drill people, Lil Durks, this person, that person. That's why everybody going crazy. They don't have the figure that they seeing where they like. First off, let's not front. It's not saying it's not, but to the average person like them young boys, it's corny to be square. A nigga that got his own business and he got shit going on, nigga a clown.
But I know.
What the fuck is he talking about?
And I feel like that's like. There's so much I can say about that.
Crazy,
I feel like that's
bro.
crazy.
It's
to me.
crazy.
It's really.
But then
like,
I understand because I was like that too. That's why I had to change my life
all
around.
right. So I'm glad that you had that perspective before. Yes. Now, all right, so we can have like a little conversation about it. Why did you think like that? Why would you think of like oh, he got a business, or he doing that, he corny. He's like, why?
All right, so I was around all the trappers. So what I seen being a young boy on the block
money.
was not just that money.
Right.
I seen this grown man that had a great job, right? I seen this very same grown man on this block that had a great job, bought his wife cars, was outside washing them all the time, taking care of the trash, his responsibilities, everything, bro. When he went to work, my old head was fucking her.
Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy as hell. Got a good man at home taking care of you.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So that's what made me think a working man.
Yeah.
Suck, he do all that. He do all that.
I see why you say that. Shit, that's not his fault.
Right.
That ain't his fault. But I see what you're saying though. Like I don't know because like me as a man, like I dream of that. Like I want to be married. You know what I mean? I want kids. I want to be like, taking care of my family and stuff like that. Like. And nobody can tell me shit. Like, nigga, you corny because you ain't got your shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's like, I feel like with this life thing, like, you gotta have a plan. You gotta have a plan. Like, I don't even know. Like, and then I ain't gonna lie. Like, I was raised a little different too, so I would have never probably even went that way. You know what I mean? Like, to go in the streets, shit like that. Like, I had some decent friends, like, you know, to keep me away.
But look though, this was so crazy though, right? I felt just like you, right? Like we just explained. I was in church all the time. I did shut-ins. I was in church Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Sunday, like you feel what I'm saying? My mom and dad was together in the same house. I had great parents, great family. When I went the fuck outside, niggas ain't care about that.
No, bro, shit.
Who the fuck? Nigga, that's me and what I got going on. That nigga ain't got no mom. He ain't got no dad. He was raised a certain way. He'll kill my dumb ass.
Nah, real shit. So like, do you feel like that's what like?
It was like the be a wolf too,
yeah.
where your ass gonna be a soft ass nigga that's gonna be getting pressed all the damn time.
I feel what you're saying. And then we grew up in two different like generations. I know like, cause I got like a brother like probably like close to your age, and all them niggas did was grow up and fight.
Yes, bro.
All y'all did was fight.
Yes, bro. That's the worst thing that you had to worry about. Yeah, nigga, whole block coming to your block. That once niggas start getting killed, shit was crazy.
Real shit. I feel like when it came like to like my time, like it calmed down a little bit, but then I ain't gonna lie, like I really stayed away from a lot of that shit too.
For sure.
I had my friends and shit like that, but bro, I knew how to pick my battles and shit. Like,
and ain't nothing wrong with it.
Like, I was never that type of guy, you know what I mean? Like to try to be like all in the mix and like try to be like, no, I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna just do me, and I don't even know why niggas be like thinking like that. You know what I mean? But I love how y'all out here, y'all really trying to like pull a youth up, cause like that's the type I'm on too.
Yep.
I feel like they ain't got shit.
It's important, bro. It's very imperative that we teach all these young men that it's okay to even have issues, bro. That's what make you admit, bro. It's okay for you to have a different perspective than me. We beef, and I'm able to come to you and say, bro, I'm sorry. It ain't even that deep.
Exactly. But that shit, that's really staring at one thing. That's like really like within the person, to be honest.
And you have to see it also. Yeah. People don't understand that. It's important on what you see. Cause you pick up on energy.
Literally.
If I got a dad in my house that smacked the shit out of my mom my whole life and that's all I seen this nigga do, I'm gonna beat some bitches up.
And that's the sad part though, right? It's either that way, or it's like a nigga did see that and they actually fucking get older and like really like despise men because of that. You know what I mean? Like, cause I got like somebody that I know, and they actually saw they like mom and you know, so they don't tolerate nothing. Like nothing. They see a random female outside get hit. You know what I mean? They gonna want to put you down and shit like that. But I get that. You know what I mean? Like it's just like
See, it's crazy
it's
because that's a tricky conversation because it's like that's a man thing to do, but is it the smart thing to do?
Right. Yeah, that's
because if a nigga argue, because you got
put myself in nobody's situation.
Yeah, bro.
I don't want to put myself in nobody's situation.
Said no disrespect. That's what the cops for.
No,
911. That's what they get paid for.
Yeah, real shit. But I ain't gonna lie. Like if I do see like a female out there getting her ass, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna just let that shit.
I mean that's listen to what I'm saying.
Right, I see
You're not wrong
saying,
because me as a man, I feel the same way.
Yeah.
But like I said. Is that the smart thing to do?
Isn't the smart?
Because if he don't give a fuck about her,
that's the question.
He definitely don't give a fuck about you.
What y'all think? Now that's really like vital. Like, is it the smart thing to do? Because like you just.
And guess what? When he in jail and you did, she'll be doing whatever she wants. And then she probably put the next person in the situation. So what I teach my daughters is don't even put yourself in them situations where daddy even gotta come save you and do any of them things.
Right.
Because once I come and do that. My life over. So once you in another situation like that, I won't even be around to protect you again.
Right. I feel you. It's like I was just saying earlier, you got 50 bands. Like, you got like shit. You got shit to lose out here. You know
your brain. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Your brain. We have to be more thoughtful in how we do that. Like this shit, like really a machine, bro. Like it's really a machine. So it's important what you take in and what you put out.
Yeah. Real shit.
But that's why I'm here, and that's why you here, and that's why we doing these podcasts. Because sometimes people just don't have these perspectives. Like people think it, like just really think about everything in general. Even though we've been here for a long time, grandma, grandpa, all this stuff. Like time's going on and getting better. So it's like this conversation stuff that we doing on podcasts and all this. This is new. The world and all of us opening and learning how to convert with each other.
Literally.
Like we wasn't always doing this.
Nah, real shit. Podcasting is something new too. Right?
That's what I'm saying.
Podcasting is something new. So look, because when I went back and I like researched podcasting, like where podcasts coming from. This shit is like came out like 2010. Like that's when like podcasts really was called a thing, and that's funny as hell.
Yes.
It's like that's really like because I remember my brother, he was like I was just making like a bunch of videos and shit like that, just being funny and shit. He was like, bro, you should. I think this was like probably like 2020 around like COVID. And he was like, you should start a podcast. I swear to God, yo, don't laugh at me. But in 2020, I did not know what the fucking podcast was. Right. I'm like, wait, what's a podcast, man? Like, matter of fact, 85 South Show?
Yeah.
So I was watching them, but I never knew that was a podcast. Yeah. You feel me? I feel like they was really like the ones that really started this podcast and shit. And was like, that's what for me, like looking up to it and shit like that. Because I didn't see nobody else doing it and shit like that. Then I saw Wallow and them doing it. And then I started seeing a bunch of famous people doing it because they already got a platform. You know what I mean? So it's easy for them to do it and shit like that. But yeah, y'all, I didn't know what a podcast was.
Because it all started from vlogging.
Yeah, that's what
it all started from vlogging. So now you got the concept of art is Corona now. You know what I mean? A lot of people ain't coming out. You ain't going out there in the world. What's better than that? All right, let me start a podcast or something where people, and especially people I want to, can just come see me. And we can just sit down and just have this conversation.
I ain't gonna lie, that's why I started this platform. I said I want to have my own platform.
I was one of the first people, my fault, I don't mean to cut you off, but I had food trucks before I had my restaurant. And before this restaurant that I got, I was like one of the first person that I know that took advantage of having cloud and ghost kitchens. You know what I mean? And that was a concept of once the businesses got shut down and people wasn't able to come in, and then once they had to be like 6 feet away from each other, all that. It was like this restaurant concept that they thought of was only delivery. So you got a big ass restaurant and you got your kitchen, you could cook, but nobody comes in. Only Uber and DoorDash and them people come pick up the orders and then come bring them you. So that was very wealthy, bro. I made a lot of money doing ghost kitchens because nobody was coming outside. Everybody was ordering.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. I bet she was running that shit right that motherfucking time. Yep. Motherfucking so just going back on the business. So you've been doing this for a little while now. How long have you been established? Well,
2015, far as the nonprofit. And Why So Delicious, that's something that I just thought about like this year.
Right.
Far as the food trucks, I was doing that mainly from 2015 to 2000 and maybe 23.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna lie, shout out to Wallow, like I said, shout out to all the contracts and everybody that send me contracts to come fight. I've been to Dubai, I've been to Florida, I've been Puerto Rico, I've been everywhere around the world, China.
That's
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it made me get enough money where I could get a restaurant.
Right.
It's to
That's
try.
That's what's up. So y'all better stay tuned for that restaurant. Where that location gonna be at?
I Street, 3401 I Street. That's in Kensington, off of like I and Tioga, Frankfurt Ave and Tioga, and yeah, come spend y'all money with me. We'll be open, grand opening to be up in a couple of weeks. You know, my boy gonna be there. Yeah, maybe we're gonna get some footage and y'all get to see the good eats and all that.
So check them out. I'm gonna leave his ad right at the bottom of the screen, right here. All right.